Hey, welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Glad you could join me here today as always. And I'm going to tell you today what to do if she takes her time texting back to you. I know that can drive men crazy, but I'm going to tell you exactly how to handle it. You have to be strong enough to endure these things. You have to approach women. With today's social media, she's constantly being hit on. Women are always in the game. You have to stay focused. We are men. That's what we do. All right. Okay, let's get right into it. But did you hit that like and subscribe button? Do it now. Okay, this texting deal. I knew nothing about that, or messaging, whatever you happen to be doing it on. WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, texting, Telegram, ad infinitum. There are many of them. Okay, what happens is girls use these to actually weed out the bad guys, weed out the insecure, the needy guys. And there's a whole science behind it. I studied it because I was going out with this young woman and she used it and I knew nothing about it. About 4 years ago I started. And I made all the classic mistakes. I texted back too soon, I sent two messages too long, etc., etc. I didn't know. I was ignorant. And of course, I learned the hard way. Seems like that's the best way we can learn. Now, what women will do is purposely sometimes, like my last ex, she told me she purposely ignored my messages sometimes. So why does a person do that? Well, for one thing, you're messaging too much and too quickly. Now, I realized what that was like when I was on the other end of it, and I had this guy I was helping, and he lived over in Europe somewhere. Okay, and he would send messages back really fast and long messages or a lot of recordings or whatever. And it was like, I wanted to help, excuse me, I got something in my eye. I wanted to help this guy, but it's like, man, I'd get 5 or 6 or 7 messages a minute long or even longer. And it's like, it's going to take me 10 minutes to listen to this. And sometimes before I would even get done with it, he would be sending me more messages. So it's like, then I understood how annoying it was for her if I would send her a couple long messages. I don't know why that is. You can talk to someone and that's okay, but something about messaging is different. And I'm a man of many words. I've written and published 2 books. Check it out on Amazon. The Power is Within and Coming Back Home, The True Adventure of Mark Daniels. Both great books. Okay, so when I started studying this, I realized that, as I said, there's a whole psychology to this. So if she's taking her time to text you back, for one thing, it means her interest is not high enough. You may have messed it up by texting her too much. That also comes off as needy. Even if you're not needy. I mean, I have a tendency to like to talk, as I said, so it doesn't bother me if they're talking to keep going back and forth. But what you want to do is if she takes a while to message back, a day or an hour, then you take that time. But I don't know how to tell you this, but don't do it like a game. Well, let me see, it was 57 minutes and 30 seconds, so I'm going to wait that long to text her back. You really just have to let it go and make it of no importance. And when you get time, text her back. But don't wait to make her like you, but just wait because it helps you to build self-discipline. If in the past you text her back right away and you were always checking for her messages, don't check the app. And then when you check and it's her message, don't get in. Take some time before you text her back. not to play games with her, but to build discipline within yourself. You're obviously a busy man and you have a lot to do. Now, if you're like sometimes, for example, I was working yesterday, but I wasn't, I was managing more than I was working. This girl texted me and I texted her back within 5 minutes one time, an hour the next time, and then maybe 2 hours the next time, whatever it was. Okay, but even then, sometimes that can be too much. But it's only too much if you think it's too much. I don't give a shit, okay? If she doesn't text me back, that's okay. If she does, fine, all right? But she was replying back pretty quickly. But the last message I sent was not a question, it was just a statement. So that's something else to remember. If you're not asking questions, there's no need for her to reply. But then again, you don't want to be an interrogator either. So if you just make a statement, which is what I did on her last message, there's no need for her to reply. Okay, so you just let it go. If she's interested, she will get back with you. If she's not, there's millions of beautiful girls in the world. I'm 61. There's millions of beautiful young women in the world in their 20s, some younger, that would like to go out with you. If you take care of yourself and make yourself into the kind of man that women like. And that's really easy to do with all the YouTube content today that you can study. There's many people on there that have a lot of experience. You can use them as mentors. You can even hire a coach or a mentor if you have a difficult time with women. I offer help myself, guidance. You can check out my website at marksinspirationalguidance.com. I'd be glad to help you. I have a lot of experience with women. I've been married 4 times. A lot of people say, well, you got 4 failed relationships. Well, it depends how you look at failure. I have a lot of years of successful, happy relationships. Now, because they ended, does that mean it was a failure? Hey, guess what? Nothing lasts forever. When you live as long as I have, you realize that nothing lasts forever. If you're really happy today, I guarantee you, in the future, sometime you're going to be a little down or maybe a lot down, and then you'll be happy again. Okay, so this is life. If your life is like this, straight line, what's a straight line on a heart monitor? It means you're dead. But when that baby's going up and down, you're alive, living life fully and excited. Okay, I like to keep mine going up and down. My life has been a hell of an adventure, and yours can be too. But don't be afraid to take risks. Don't be afraid to approach that girl that you think is beautiful. And so what if she turns you down? So what if you're texting a girl that really likes you and she just quits texting you, or she loses interest and doesn't text you back very quickly, or she doesn't want to meet you? So what? You were looking for a girl when you found her. And that's the way it is. There's always one better than the last one you've had. I've had many that seem like they were the one. I've had many ones, soulmates, whatever you want to call them. I don't believe there's just one person for one man. I'm not saying that doesn't work out for some people. But as I said, when you're with one and you really connect with her and you like her, she will seem like the one until you find another. Then she will seem like the one. So remember in this texting just to be calm and relaxed about it. Don't get in a hurry about texting her back, but don't make it a game like you're trying to manipulate her by your text messages. Use that time that you wait to text her back to build your character, your inner strength, because this is what women are attracted to, and this is what will make you feel better about yourself. That's what this is all about. It's about building up your inner man, your inner strength, because this is what you need to achieve what you came here to achieve. You have to have a goal, a vision, a purpose, or what happens is you're sitting around waiting to get that text message back. You're looking forward to it like that's the most important thing of your day. And guess what? I did that. It's kind of like you get addicted to those messages. It's like, well, they actually say that you get a rush of dopamine when you get a message like that. So as I said, you need to discipline yourself. Quit checking your phone. How important is it? I heard a creator say the other day, we need to keep things in perspective. How important is this message that you're waiting to get back from your girl or a girl you like? In perspective of life and the other things that you have going on. It's really not that important. And let me give you a little example of what you can do. Go to the graveyard someday and walk around and look at the tombstones. All those people were living at one time, just like you are now, and they all had these big problems. Some of them magnificently greater than what you have, which your problem is she doesn't text me back soon enough. And they're not here today. Those people passed on. And what do all those problems mean now? Nothing. What you're concerned about today, in a month, a week, a year, maybe a day, will not concern you tomorrow. It's not that important. What is important is you, how you feel about yourself, your inner man, your vision, your purpose, your goals. You have to have goals that far surpass any desire for some woman. Because I'll guarantee you, if you get her in 3 to 6 months, if not sooner, you will become bored with her. That's just the way it is. Doesn't mean you won't love her and you won't like being with her, but she is not going to fulfill you as a man. No woman can do that, nor do they want to. So, keep that in mind when you're waiting for that text message. We've all done it, and girls do it too. It's not just the men, but women are very good at using that as a skill to find out what kind of a man you are on the inside. Do you fall apart? Where are you at? Why haven't you messaged me back? It's been a day. It's been 2 days. Talk to other girls. There's many of them out there. That helps a lot. Have a rotation. Have a variety of girls you're talking to. You don't have to be sleeping with all of them if you don't want to. But just having the other options makes it easier to just forget about whether or not she's going to text you back. So remember, be careful with the texting. Don't text too much. And really the phone is just a setup to meet somewhere. You talk to her, you ask her, I don't ask her, just say, hey, we should meet at such and such. And then the ball's in her court. You tell her what you want as a man. You show up, say, hey, this is what I want. I want you, I want to be with you, let's meet here. And then if she doesn't give you a direct answer then, let it go. It's up to her. The ball's in her court, as I said. What more can you do? The more you can do, you can push her away. If her interest isn't high enough to say yes then, only thing you're going to do by continuing to talk by text is to push her further away and to lower her interest. All right? So that's all I have time for today. Like and subscribe. As I said, do it now. If you'd like to make a donation, hit the PayPal button or the Cash App. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care.